Ooh. Just gonna give it a few moments for people to tune in. You can always skip ahead to get to the content, but I won't wait more than 5 to 10 minutes. I have to watch my energy level right now. He was pretty hyper playful when I got home. I'll start by asking maybe for friends and followers to think good thoughts for G. We got home. He sometimes gets to leave work early on a Friday, but we also got home about a half hour before he would normally leave if he doesn't get off early. And the person I was with did not have room in their vehicle for the bike. So he has to bike home in gloomy, windy, somewhat windy, somewhat snowy weather. But that's how he gets around to work. So it is what it is. But the dog's being pretty good. I don't want to stop talking and start talking because then it might perk up. Okay, I also want to remember that I also left a message. I didn't really, although now I'm not really saving words. I didn't really repeat things. I just said, I hope you got my other message. If you could check that and get back to me. I said that it was what an event it was about. So I've left a message about this gig I'm trying to get a couple times now. I didn't say in the message. I thought about saying I might follow up again if I haven't heard from you, because I guess the truth is I don't know if she's gotten the message. So I guess we'll have to see. I don't need a lot of notice, but I have had somebody once tell me that when they felt like they couldn't coordinate adding a musician in, even if they didn't have one, because it was too close to the event date when it was like a week. And that's, up to whether I can do it. Whether I feel like I'd be ready enough in that time. And I'm following the music mostly. So, yeah, basically, probably mid to late next week would still be fine. If this is the first video of mine that you're actually watching, I'll admit I'm a bit tired. I'm still a bit under the weather as well. So keep that in mind. I guess what I'm tempted to do is maybe share just a brief bit about what kind of should do that when I just put lotion on my hands. How the day went, aside from the thingy about what some of you were going to try and see. And I am about, I said possibly as late as 3. So I'm about an hour past that, and I apologize. It really meant a lot to me, and still does, really, that some of the people that I've been getting to know on here, who may not have heard me ever sing yet, wanted to support me doing so, had a curiosity of me doing so, and you will certainly hear me doing music on this channel, that's for sure. And I already have. You can hear it again. That really long, almost Guinness for me, like record length one. Oh, I was wrong. It wasn't in the 4-hour mark. It was just before, but I think it went into the 4-hour mark. I'm tempted to just Yeah, she said something about because it's for grants, they're not required to show the English side. But one has a sticker, one doesn't. It's so weird. Like a second sticker. But the things that I didn't say in my post were pretty much that the poutine was good, but there was a lot of gravy and sour cream on it, and it was kind of mushy. I almost didn't want to take it home, but even though I wasn't paying for it because I needed my money for the other thing I went and did that I had with me, um, Step did something kind of embarrassing. Anyway, basically, but otherwise it was a pretty good time. He didn't come for the latter part of the errand or whatever. But basically, I figured I'll have it on bread or with something, soak it up because it was otherwise fine. There wasn't a lot of people, but yeah, it kind of. I don't know what to tell her. She didn't ask. Well, it's a bit lovely. It's a bit lovely, and she started there just after. But I think my friend only worked at the bar actually, and I almost thought I recognized the bartender coming in behind us from the place that I more so frequented that she worked. But and then if I had connected her, speaking of spirit birds, to someone earlier, if I had connected her to Eagle, someone who, I mean, it would be hard to get somebody's jacket off. I mean, it looked pretty new. Maybe they bought it to sell it for some money. Possible drugs, I don't know. But somebody was trying to sell American Eagle. I think he had an American Eagle jacket. When we left, and my mother didn't realize what the guy had said. She's being a bit particular about going to the whole workshop and not arriving late, even if the first part is just networking and the breakfast, and there'll be networking throughout it. And I'd still get to some of it. Um, it's going to be a long day, and yeah, so I don't really want to be there for the full thing. She was looking at the address, this and that. She almost ended up on the website and found out what it was. Uh, Around my step, and then kind of just in general, that would have been awkward. I did do a couple of videos earlier today, but I don't have them public posted right now. Um, but I may. We'll see. We'll see. I feel like the messages are important, but the one I kind of processed some stuff while I was speaking that I think in some ways it might more have been more of something for just me. I mean, with journaling stuff, I mean, I like to show people that's possible. I like to show people how special it can be and how healing it can be. And even if it's not super specific to yourself, you might get something from it that is helpful uh, in something you're going through. And there was a little bit of that in that one. I don't know. Maybe I can try and I don't remember how to, but I got a couple bits of that. Or what I could do later, possibly tomorrow, um, or maybe even now, but I don't know what parts they'd be. So I'd have to figure that out. And I could give them the other one to do his thing and use this and do that over the weekend, maybe. Find the sections, play it out. There wasn't comment there, but it's even less than the editing feature, but another comment that I put that also didn't hit. But if I play it out, um, like I'd have to do it like this, or just the audio of it. I can even actually do it over the other phone. Play it into here. I might do that. I might find sections and do that. It's sometimes hard to skip ahead like that. But yeah. Also, I kind of do want to remember to show a certain something in this. But yeah, no, the get together, and that's very funky that that's an Amy. Even funny if it was Rika. Nice dog. Look like he might have been a glaucoma. Asian font, but neither, or maybe it's not Asian. It just looks like it. Like a little hut and a little hangman. Speaking of dogs, though, trust better be funny. No one likes mean people. Maybe like your grandma was in the chat, so be kind. Saw somebody else that had that in a way that make your grandmother proud. I have heard all the German jokes. Less or more. That's kind of an odd name. But yeah, is that where do you set up those rules for your channel? Oh, that's such a cute dog, though. I don't know what kind of dog it is, but maybe some sort of poodle mix. But it's got a thicker face than a poodle. But and she is kind of speaking English. But that thing about the grammar, yeah, where do people put that setting? It'd be interesting if that person had a response about me. Mm-hmm. Um, there was somebody. God, Texas. There was somebody that somebody was telling somebody to go away. It's a little bit similar to the person's name, but the person's name, but it's not. Stepworthy? Goodness gracious. Let me remember the thing. But yeah, I'm not seeing that person, I don't think. But no, the restaurant wasn't loud. They did put on the football game a little bit loud, but we were talking with each other and it was fine. And they were a little bit loud in the. Yeah, 3 people is not bad, and oftentimes isn't that bad, but some people will see it that way. So, thought they were going to say something not lungs. Anyway, so no, lunch was okay. Got to go into a neighborhood I haven't been in a while. The person that I was with has a dog that it's almost Guinness record, the Guinness record for the oldest dog. It's ironic because my friend passed at 32. A number of months later, my friend's mother passed away at 104. So like the opposite sides of the spectrum, and she could have been the oldest locally, or at least pretty close to it. Um, and the oldest dog is 22. And I didn't know that the people that I was with today had a dog that's 19 years old. I've heard of that in cats, I think. We have somebody in our neighborhood who has a 16-year-old dog, I believe. But yeah, no. One thing I did do was I told her I was with about some of, not that they're big YouTubers, uh, um, of the older generation, and they just aren't. No, I'm not meaning to say that somebody is old, but like even one of them that I follow that's older, two possibly that are older than me. These people are older than that, not elderly, but Anyway, so yeah, so and I got to see the dog, and he's pretty slow and pretty quiet, and I'm thinking that, and he hadn't seen me in a long, long time, and I'm thinking that yeah, in a couple of years, he could be the oldest Well, 3, I guess, right? Or at least the same as the oldest dog in the world. So that's kind of cool. Because they got him as a rescue, so he was already 14, I think, at the time. Or somewhere around there. So I signed up for that workshop, got everything I needed to do done with that. So that was good. Almost couldn't find couldn't find the building, and then how to get into it. There was a locked door. Luckily, the lady came out and brought me back in up 3 flights of stairs. Now that looks like it said no. It looks like you got rid of a couple of doing that. Anyway, I am a little bit under the weather, just so you know. If I didn't say that, I think I did. But I wasn't feeling too bad. I want to take a moment to share. I don't use this feature a lot, but sometimes, and people seem to notice it, so somewhat. So for the one person who's noticed this post, has yeah, she said, "Do you want cutlery for your soup?" I surprised maybe they were just worried that she was going to come back to the area, not that there was anybody else in that section. It was like the bar, lounge, and then the restaurant part. It was late lunch, but I was probably mother. I myself didn't say that. Not a group, even though he's got pretty strong opinions, and he doesn't hide it sometimes. But anyway, let me see if you can read that. That might be the clearest I can get it. And you can just pause the screen and look at that when you see this back. I'm trying not to speak a whole lot because I do want to rest my voice and not get congested before a nap shortly. And yeah, I put it there. So yeah, I don't need to be there an hour and 45 minutes networking and eating. I mean, I can still get summoned. Okay. I almost know where that is. It'll be a bit more of a schedule, but anyway. I posted about that. Lunch was fine. Going there was fine. Yeah, but every time. I tried to get my jacket, and it was so slow. I mean, I got it, and I didn't have it right, so I had to wait in line, and it was warm even when I took off my jacket. My other still thinks I need one. I said, "Don't go out much. I'm in the car." When I do, she says, "Well, I said I'll stand by the fire." Just kidding. That would be terrible, but I mean, with this jacket and the hoodie, I'm fine. As you can get at work. But so I couldn't do that errand, and because I wasn't able to check, I couldn't do the other one either. I mean, she could have helped, but I mean, they just spent a lot of money on lunch, and because it wasn't super cheap. What was the item? I don't want to toggle right now, and I think it's in this window. I just opened some things, and it was really pricey. But decent, and the serving sizes were good. I've never seen anybody eat fish. I've never seen anybody eat fish with soup, but whatever. So they just flicker, or is it just me seeing things? Anyway, so the only other thing is there was a song that I heard in the car that I didn't really ever associate with my friend, but it was kind of a weird time of year to hear it. And I found a pretty quick and easy way to associate it with her. A couple people are familiar with that real nice. Well, the music is next to make me think of Paul, but there was one other thing that I can't recall. Kind of made me think of her, and then when I got home, a tab in the window I had open that I thought needed to be reloaded doesn't now, and it was about some fashion thing, and I did a runway photo shoot on the same weekend that I found out. It was afterwards I found out about her passing, and I didn't know that it was right next to, that was right in that. I didn't know I had it open. I didn't know what it was until I came home and noticed that. So that was kind of cool. Now, as far as music, I mean, that's something I'm going to do from time to time on here. I mean, when things like what happened today happen, it makes me kind of think, am I destined to be doing music? But then, not to toot my own bugle, when I hear myself doing it, I think, yes. I mean, whether it'll ever be again at the capacity that I'd like it to be, who knows? But, say, my throat is a bit sore because I think I have a bit of a cold, and I'm not wanting to do it again. Take a lotion and then do that. I'm not wanting to. Maybe I could sing a little snippet of what I was going to do. I hadn't decided the Christmas song, and honestly, the waitress may have let us, and I don't know if she would have had to have even asked somebody. And we were actually in view of the stage, but I'm not sure if they do it there, or if that's for bands, maybe more. So it's unfortunate I live so far away, because it was actually, even though the area is so, it was actually a really nice, spacious. When it's busy, it can probably be very, very loud, but a really nice place. But I think that they probably do the karaoke usually in the lounge. It was so weird with because they don't want people coming out of the street, so they buy a beer and then they use the water. But I had to press the number, and I hadn't even asked yet. I went up, and the bartender was there and said, "It's 5." I said, "What's 5?" And then you had to press it and turn it. But I accidentally hit the wrong number at first. But anyway. So I'm going to do the part that keeps sticking out in my mind. Although it's 4:34, it's probably going to be on his way home for work, and I don't really want to be thinking in that area of thing. You know what? Tomorrow, I maybe he's finishing up a little bit late. We got a light though. I appreciate it. Tomorrow is Saturday, so I'll probably sleep in. But late morning, just my recommendation would be hit the notification bell if you haven't already, and you'll get notified. Or just come check tomorrow, and under the lives, and I'll do the music then. Maybe gather up some song requests under this one, Christmas or otherwise. But I might still do the song that I was going to do. I think, thanks for the like. If the person's still there, it now says you're not. If you saw one of my videos today, it may be one of the private. It showed me 2 out of 7 comments, and when I wrapped up, it said there was 7. If you'd be so kind, if you saw that video, to put your comments again. I value your words, and especially if you're a subscriber of mine, and we get along with each other. I mean, because I get along with most people. then you probably said something nice, and I'd be happy to see that again. Um, but I mean, that being said, there was a little bit of a somewhat strong disagreement that I had with one person that I follow, but I didn't make it super obvious. Um, but anywho, so yeah, I will do that tomorrow, probably. I don't feel up to it right now. I just don't. Part of it's the disappointment that it didn't happen today, you know. And like I say, I had a couple people that were going to try and be there for it. One of them I was talking with just before I left. She wasn't, as I believe, on disability and is a self-employed artist, and the other person, I believe, is a stay-at-home content creator, and maybe she might work. I'm not sure, but anyway, and her partner, I think that's. But anyway, so yeah. You've been away to the heaven at visiting hours. I'm walking and share the news. That be. Anyway, I've listened to it since the thing has changed. Since you've been away. Something like that. Anyway, I don't know why these cushions do not really seem to be supporting my back, even though they are very much there. Anywho, so I'm going to wrap up. Unfortunately, get to come. I mean, I've been out in this too, and I'm susceptible right now to the cold symptoms. So I can't get home. I don't know. My mother, I mean, they have mobility issues, and the dog's old, like I say, but and she works from home half days. Bigger dog, but they put the dog out like in the yard, and it seems so easy to have that gate. Like 6 times a day. She tried to tell us we don't do enough, but we do. We do. He just likes to sing and talk at the podcast. Well, I may have left a little bit early because he got home in 8 minutes. Otherwise, I think the dog was kind of hearing him play the bike in the garage. So anyway, I'll try and do some music over the weekend. And the nice thing is that G's around, so we can do it with. Um, so yeah. I wonder if it probably did better shopping history. I mean, it's not so to us. But yeah, sorry I've just been a little bit tired and maybe not at my best with this one. But I welcome you to check out the other lives. And like I say, hopefully maybe we'll chat on the weekend as well, okay? Everybody take care. And bye for now.